Rajputana. The name itself whispers tales of courage. It means land of the Rajputs. Rajputs were brave warrior clans. This land is mostly what we call Rajasthan today. Imagine a vast, sandy desert. This is the Thar Desert, a key part of Rajputana. But there are also old, rugged hills. These are the Aravalli Hills. They stretch across the region like a stony backbone. This land was a tough place to live. It shaped the people who called it home, making them strong and resilient. The sun beat down fiercely, and water was often scarce, demanding ingenuity and fortitude. Long before the Rajputs became famous rulers, other people lived here. Ancient tribes like the Bhils and the Meenas knew this land well. They were the original inhabitants, skilled hunters and forest dwellers. They understood the secrets of the desert and the hills. They lived in small communities, often close to nature. Their lives were simple but deeply connected to the earth. These tribes had their own unique cultures and traditions. They worshipped local gods and spirits of the land. Many of their descendants still live in Rajasthan, carrying echoes of this ancient past. Great empires of ancient India also touched this region. The Mauryan Empire, long ago, extended its influence here. Later, the Gupta Empire, known for its golden age, also held sway over parts of this land. These empires brought new ideas and governance. Roads were built, and trade routes passed through. Think of Emperor Ashoka's edicts, or the Gupta's art. Some of these influences reached Rajputana, but the region often remained on the edges of these big empires. Its difficult terrain made it hard for outsiders to control completely, fostering a spirit of independence early on. Before the Rajputs truly rose to power, the land was a patchwork. Small chiefdoms and local leaders controlled different areas. There wasn't one single ruler for the whole of Rajputana. It was a time of shifting loyalties and local power struggles. Different groups tried to carve out their own territories. This period was like a quiet before a storm. The stage was being set for new heroes to emerge. These would be the Rajput clans. They would soon write their names into the history of this dramatic and challenging land, their stories echoing for centuries. The Rajputs began to rise around the 7th century. This was after the fall of Harsha's empire. They claimed to be Kshatriyas, the warrior class. Some legends say they were born from a sacred fire, the Agnicula. This story gave them a special divine origin. They were brave fighters and skilled horsemen. They valued honor above everything else. Slowly, different Rajput clans started to control various parts of the land. They built small forts and gathered followers. Their emergence marked a new chapter for the region, one filled with epic battles and grand tales of chivalry. Many powerful Rajput dynasties became famous. The Chauhans were very important. Prithviraj Chauhan was their most famous king. He fought bravely against invaders. The Paramaras were another strong clan. King Bhoja of the Paramaras was known for his wisdom and learning. Then there were the Solankis. They were also called Chalukyas, mainly ruling in Gujarat, but their influence extended into southern Rajputana. These dynasties often fought amongst themselves for land and power. Yet, they shared a common warrior code, a deep sense of pride in their lineage and their martial prowess. Other mighty clans also carved out kingdoms. The Rathoris established themselves in Marwar, the region around Jodhpur. Their forts, like Mehrangarh, are truly massive. The Sisodias of Mewar, with their capital at Chittorgarh, became legendary for their fierce independence. Think of Maharana Pratap, who never bowed to the Mughals. The Kachwahas ruled Amber, which later became Jaipur. They were skilled diplomats as well as warriors. Each clan had its own heroes and its own unique history. Their stories are filled with daring deeds and unwavering commitment to their principles. The Rajputs built magnificent forts. These were not just homes but symbols of their power. Chittorgarh, Mehrangarh, Kumbhalgarh, Jaisalmer. These forts stand even today. They are perched on hilltops, looking strong and proud. Inside, there were palaces, temples, and water tanks. Rajput values were central to their lives. Bravery in battle was the highest virtue. Honor was more precious than life itself. Sometimes, when defeat was certain, Rajput women would perform yauhar. This was a ritual of mass self-immolation to avoid capture and dishonor. Their men would then charge out for a final fatal fight. The Rajputs faced many invaders. From the 11th century onwards, Turkic rulers from Central Asia began to attack North India. The Rajputs fought hard to defend their lands. The battles of Tarain, where Prithviraj Chauhan fought Muhammad Ghori, are famous. Though Prithviraj was ultimately defeated, his bravery became legendary. These early conflicts showed the Rajputs' determination. They also revealed that disunity among Rajput kingdoms could be a weakness. Each clan fiercely protected its own independence, sometimes making it difficult to form a united front against larger, more organized invading armies. Later, the Mughal Empire rose in India. This was a new, powerful force. The first Mughal emperor, Babur, defeated a Rajput confederacy led by Rana Sanga of Mewar at the Battle of Kanwa in 1527. This was a big turning point. The Mughals had superior cannons and tactics. Some Rajput states decided to resist Mughal rule fiercely. Mewar, under rulers like Maharana Pratap, became a symbol of this resistance. Maharana Pratap fought many battles against Emperor Akbar's forces. He lived a life of hardship in the Aravalli Hills, but never surrendered his freedom, inspiring generations. However, not all Rajput states chose constant war. The Mughal Emperor Akbar was a clever ruler. He understood the importance of the Rajputs. He offered them alliances. He married Rajput princesses. He gave Rajput nobles high positions in his court and army. Many Rajput rulers, like those from Amber, which later became Jaipur, Bikaner and Jodhpur, allied with the Mughals. This brought peace and prosperity to their kingdoms. They helped the Mughals govern their vast empire. This policy created a complex web of relationships, blending conflict with cooperation. The relationship between the Rajputs and the Mughals was complicated. Some Rajputs fought bravely against them. Others became their trusted allies. This period saw great cultural exchange. Rajput art and architecture were influenced by Mughal styles and vice versa. Forts and palaces built during this time show this blend. The Rajputs who allied with the Mughals gained power and prestige, but those who resisted, like Mewar, preserved a fierce sense of independence. This era shaped Rajputana in profound ways, leaving a legacy of both heroic defiance and pragmatic partnership. In the 19th century, a new power arrived, the British. The Mughal Empire was weakening. Maratha power was also a challenge to the Rajputs. Many Rajput states were tired of constant warfare. They signed treaties with the British East India Company. These treaties promised them protection. In return, the Rajput rulers accepted British supremacy. Rajputana became a collection of princely states under British oversight. An entity called the Rajputana Agency was formed by the British to manage these states. The British resident guided the rulers, but they kept their local autonomy. Life under British rule brought some changes. The British helped to stop internal wars between Rajput states. They introduced some modern developments, like railways and telegraph lines. However, the old feudal system largely continued. The Maharajas and Thakurs still held great power over their people. The British also directly administered a small part of the region. This was the district of Ajmer Mewara. It was an island of direct British rule surrounded by the princely states. For most ordinary people, life remained tied to the land and the local ruler, with British influence felt indirectly. When India gained independence from British rule in 1947, it was a time of big changes. The princely states, including those in Rajputana, had to decide their future. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played a key role in persuading the Rajput rulers to join the new Indian Union. It was a complex process. One by one, the Rajput states agreed to merge. Slowly, these historic kingdoms came together. In 1949, the modern state of Rajasthan was formed. It brought together most of the old Rajputana region into a single administrative unit within India, opening a new chapter. Rajputana's legacy is incredibly rich and vibrant. It is a vital part of India's cultural identity. The magnificent forts and palaces are now famous tourist destinations. Many are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. They tell stories of bravery, romance, and artistry. Colorful festivals like Tej, Gangaur, and the Pushkar Fair fill the land with music and dance. Rajput traditions of hospitality, their distinctive cuisine, and their heroic ballads continue to thrive. The spirit of Rajputana, with its tales of valor and its deep heritage, continues to fascinate and inspire people all over India and the world.